Let's talk about posting your first blog or review. Before we do that, let's make sure that your blog is set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into your internal website, which is, again, the /in. Hit enter. And we're going to look at our to-dos here. And let's just make sure our blog is set up. So reviews and news, looks like we need to add photo and change the description. Okay, so we can do that from here. And you can say on the description, we can change this to whatever we want. Let's take a look at how it renders now. See, that shows up right here. And we need to add a photo. That's under template variables. And we'd add a photo. Let's do a temporary one. Well, just make it some French fries. How about that? Okay, to add a story, the way you'd find it on the menu is it's under the About Us section. You click here to expand the menu out. You click on Reviews and News. And here we are. So we have the option to make a new article. Green button down here. Okay, so here we'd put the article title, the description of the article, the summary, and the content. What I'm going to do here is just so you can see exactly how this lays out. And I'm going to type summary here. And content, just so we can kind of see what this looks like. So I'm going to hit save. Oh, that's asking us here, is this a news or review? So we're just going to say news. We're going to hit save. Now that that's saved, we're going to click on view. And here's the first article, summary, by who wrote the article, content, article tags. So we get an idea of how this lays out, right? Let's say this article is relevant to a new cocktail, right? So we do cocktail. Well, let's say if you're doing like a manager of the month or employee of the month. Voila. We hit save here. We hit view. And here we can say, we can see the cocktail employee of the month right there. Obviously, we need to add an image. That's important. And that's always done in the template variable. So here we get the news reviews. Under the review section, we can actually add the name of the reviewer, link for the article if applicable, or logo of reviewer if applicable. So if it is recognizable logo where the review resides, it's probably best to add that logo in here for aesthetic pleasure. And then finally, we can add photos to the article. So I'm just going to do, we'll just do this rock band photo for the fun of it. And sometimes when you haven't published it and you hit refresh, it doesn't get you to where you need to be. Let's double check. Here we are. All right. So we got first article, we got a picture, and we see the summary by 2020 eConsulting. Content, this would be the story, and then these are the article tags. Let's just publish this. Okay, now we're going to go to reviews and news. And this is our first article. Click here. We see the latest posts, tags. If I click on one of these tags, you see that shows up here. So really that's quite it. It's pretty easy to do. One thing I may point out is when you're doing content, you've got this thing here that automatically does all the HTML behind the ground. So if I do bold here, it does all the HTML for you, right? If I look at this, let me slow that down here. If I click on this little HTML button, I can see the actual code. The only thing you got to worry about is when you're copying content from somewhere else and you paste it into here, this automatically pastes that content into this and formatting into your article. So if your background is white and you copy some text from a black background, there's a good chance that that text is white, and then your text will be white in here. So one thing that you could do is, let me just find some random text here. All right, we're just going to copy this, right? So if I copy this and I paste it into here as is, and if I look at the code, I'm going to see all this other crazy stuff, right? And that's going to put some weird formatting into my website. So what I'd like to do instead is I paste it into something like here first, then I copy it, and then paste it down into here. And I look at the HTML, and there is currently no code, other than the paragraph and the break, which is supposed to happen anyways. So again, that's just a little tip when you're pasting content. Try to paste it in something like a plain notepad, or you can even use these boxes up above before you put content in there, of course. And then paste in, copy, and then paste back into here. All right, that's it.